Welcome back, guys, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Sundays with the Boys.
Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. We're available on all of your major streaming platforms. You name it, we on it.
And please, if you can, go ahead and make a small donation to our GoFundMe page, Sundays with the Boys. That way we can work on getting an intro for you guys and making this experience better for you all.
Once again, thanks for tuning in and hope you guys enjoyed the show. Alright, guys, we're back again. We're live again. Sundays with the Boys. Episode 17. There we go. I was like, I almost couldn't remember for a second, bro. I'm Chauncey.
He was struggling through that.
So
I'm Teddy.
I'm Lucas. This is a monumental episode for us. One, it is Chauncey's birthday, so happy birthday, Moolah.
Yay.
Two, we have wonderful, wonderful guests. Wheels on the Leg Man, you know. Black Guy White Viola.
Go around and
Soviet Nabisco, Nuclear Studios. Little Marcus. It's my Marcus. Diet Marcus, Pepsi One. A lot of different names for him. But one of my lifelong friends, one of the dumbest people I know, one of the smartest people I know concurrently, Marcus McKinnon, it's a different one, and his lovely white woman, Ashley.
Ashley, I think you need to be worried because it's like all of the adjectives he used to describe Marcus sounds like he's trying to fuck Marcus later on tonight.
No,
sounds like he wants your man.
All of the names you use sound like, I mean, did you need my social security too? Like,
I don't need it.
Yeah,
because he knows it.
Yeah, exactly. He knows it.
It's not on some I want your man type shit. I know him too well. I more than anything else, I give you prayer and praise for dealing with him because he is a pain in the ass. But
No,
yeah,
I'm not.
you are. So yeah, me and Marcus have been friends for 10 years this year. Been through a lot of stupid shit together. We haven't seen each other in what, 4 years?
I'm gonna say about 3, but 3.5.
I don't know how you base it off of that.
Because I don't know. I left in February in 2018. June.
But I didn't see you before you left.
Yeah,
I didn't see you before you left. I didn't know that you were gone until you were gone.
Where'd you go to?
June 2018.
February 2018 is when I left.
You said Oklahoma?
No, Palm Coast.
No.
Palm Coast, Oklahoma.
Right, word, man. I didn't know they had a coast. That's crazy.
Marcus is
The
known,
coast of
Yeah,
Texas?
still on the Oklahoma coast.
Yeah, Marcus is known for stuff such as playing a violin and a viola. He's slanging strings on the streets. That's what I can
That's
say.
very, very accurate. Very accurate.
Slinging the strings in the streets.
I think that people have been disappointed to know that Marcus ended up on the street corner, but when you find out why he's on the corner, it makes a lot more sense.
He was selling elotes there in the Oklahoma coast.
That sounds fire, actually.
Until you realize that their corn was from Nebraska and wasn't that great.
I feel like it'd be better if it was from Nebraska.
No,
Nebraska. Corn.
Nebraska
You mean Nebraska
fed
street?
corn. No, I mean Nebraska, the state. Nebraska fed corn is littered with painkillers.
I
How
thought
do
you
you
were
know?
just gonna say because it has mayo on it and you don't like mayo.
Being a male sapien, that's just self-hate.
I'm not a male sapien. I'm colored.
You're an uncolored.
No, I am colored.
He's like Zoidberg without a
You know,
shirt.
I would agree with him. It's colored.
Thank
He's
you.
the most colored of all of us.
Yeah.
That's because
I don't know,
y'all
she kinda
are
got him.
gray as fuck. Oh, how the tables have turned. You gray motherfucker.
I'm not gray, I'm dark white.
You look like lint.
Yeah. But how you guys doing? Like, how you guys, I look like my, wait, which lint?
Pocket lint.
Okay. I'm gonna give you that one.
Or could be regular Catholic lint because it's Ash Wednesday,
Actually,
and that's when you put the ash on your.
That's what I thought you were going with.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's
right.
look
They're
through-
both gray.
I think I got a good idea. No, you ever seen a Big Comfy Couch?
Yeah.
The little dust bunnies.
I found out that's where my that's why I'm not afraid of clowns, because I'm attracted to clowns, and that's why I only date clown women.
That's why he always end up looking like a clown when he's with these
You know
women.
what? I don't know. This clown
It's
woman
pretty
might be
deep.
able to do splits though. You never know. I mean,
What was her name?
She
Henrietta?
can count the fucking time.
What was her
at
name? Henrietta?
11:45.
Henrietta.
What was the name of the clown girl?
Lunette.
Lunette, and the doll was Molly.
The doll was Molly.
I
Oh,
bet.
Lunette.
That doll was a sassy bitch.
A doll was sassy as fuck.
For real.
That's how that kind of goes and shit.
But anyways, what about Lunette, the
I was saying
sexy clown chick?
he looked like I was saying he looked like the dust bunnies. The freaking dust bunnies under the couch.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, man, it's been an interesting week. A lot of interesting topics that I kind of want to bring up. My number one is I saw this, and it's kind of like creating a lot of controversy for people. Who would you guys put in your Mount Rushmore of Nickelodeon?
Mount Rushmore of Nickelodeon?
Yeah.
Like 4 best shows?
Yeah. Four best, like a literal Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, Mount Rushmore.
I don't know how other way to
or
describe it. I said yes twice.
4
Marcus.
characters or 4 shows. So.
Like
4 shows?
The characters are indicative of the shows.
Oh, okay.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, I know that there's unsung heroes in some of these shows. Like, I'm not gonna say like, oh yeah, I like Avatar, so I'm gonna put Sokka up there. You know what I mean? It's not that. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's more like, what type of shows do you consider to be the best of the best?
Or the best that Nickelodeon had.
Yeah, for Nickelodeon. Yeah, Nickelodeon specifically.
Avatar: The Last Airbender,
So,
definitely.
Definitely Avatar. I'm also putting Fairly Odd Parents, I'm putting Hey Arnold, and I'm putting Rocket Power. That's my 4.
I'm gonna have
Easy.
to put Rugrats on there somewhere. I have.
But everyone's list is different. So
Right.
So because what it was is I saw on Twitter that they put up a Mount Rushmore, and people were pissed off because Aang wasn't on it.
Yeah.
But
Why would they put Aang and not General Iroh?
because, shut up.
Hey man, Uncle Iroh up there, I would take that too.
Right.
But no, but for what we're trying to say,
I know.
So
Yeah, I know.
it was like they also SpongeBob. A lot of people put SpongeBob on the Mount Rushmore. SpongeBob belong like
I would say yes.
yeah,
SpongeBob,
you have to
yes.
put SpongeBob on the Mount Rushmore
For
like,
the meme content.
not even, yeah, because how the staying power that he's had has been fucking great.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I hated SpongeBob when I was younger. I don't anymore, but I did.
yeah, like mine's Rugrats goes on there for me. I think. Actually, when I was a kid, I was kind of scared of the little thing in the beginning of the show with the little vacuum cleaner dude. The little robot. That used to freak me the fuck out.
Oh yeah, he was freaky. That little cat robot.
Yeah, because you never really saw it do a lot. You know,
You only saw it. Yeah,
It's a
walk
robot
like a fucking,
But,
menacing-
so
It was
I
taken
don't-
out with milk.
I don't know if I'd actually put Rugrats on mine because of that, but SpongeBob definitely goes on mine. Fairly Odd Parents. Jimmy Neutron is on my list. I really like Jimmy Neutron, and thinking about it more, the Wild Thornberries, because the Wild Thornberries, but I would put Darwin or Donnie.
No, specifically.
Because I hated Eliza. I hated the mom. I hated the girl. I could not stand her for shit. But I fucked with that monkey, and I fucked with that other monkey.
And I also fuck with the
I
dad.
like the
Monkey
dad.
and
I'm sorry, the
smash
dad was the.
No, his mom. The dad's like the mom was the glue that kept that family together.
I know,
because
but
she
I'm-
put up with all of her husband's antics.
I
She did
love
not
how the
have to
dad
do
just
it.
had complete regard, like disregard to his children's safety at all times.
Like a regular, I almost said like a regular white person.
Nigel.
But I also like honorable mentions. I think we'd have to include Danny Phantom. Like I love Danny
Oh
Phantom.
man, Danny Phantom is great.
Danny Phantom.
It's, so you could do it for all 4 shows, like or all the main staples. Like, what would be your Mount Rushmore of like retro Nickelodeon? You know, because there's different like Real Monsters used to be back on in the day and shit. It's like, what would you really state that for you helped form what you watch now?
Guts. Legends of the Hidden Temple. All that, and then what's the other one where they used to try and guess what the fuck people would do, and if they didn't get it right, they would get slimed. But it was like who?
Double Dare?
No, not Double Dare, but
Double
still
Dare was
good.
lit.
Double Dare was lit.
Double Dare was
But the other shit was like just I don't know, like they would bring in some random person and be like, they have this type of talent, and he'd be
Yeah.
like, they could fucking flick ping pong balls with all 10 of their toes or some shit like that.
Man, I
and
know
then
what
like
you're
they had the
talking
different
about.
casts
Yeah,
from like
different
all
shows.
that
Yeah.
that would
Figure it
like
out?
figure it out.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So that's my 4 of like
Figure it
just
out.
random
Sweet.
Nickelodeon shows, like the real action ones.
Yeah, like real life shows and shit. Yeah.
Also, which brings me to another one. The other shit was like the Kablam. That was
Kablam,
OD.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Kablam
I love
was
Kablam.
fucking lit.
Yeah. So it's like
There was a few things near Kablam that was really good, like before or after it.
Kablam paved the way for Robot Chicken.
Oh,
I'm
really?
putting that out there.
Facts.
For real.
Especially what was it, the action heroes or whatever they
Yeah,
were.
the fuck-
Action
League now.
Meltman with the power to
melt.
Yeah, Yeah, man. For Cartoon Network, it would be a harder thing for me. I think I spent more time on Cartoon Network than I did Nickelodeon.
Facts.
Like on an old school Nickelodeon, I'll put Invader Zim on there. On that Mount Rushmore.
I don't consider Invader Zim old school Nickelodeon. I consider Invader Zim right along the time of like Hey Arnold, the Fairly Odd Parents.
That's considered. But Hey Arnold's considered old school Nickelodeon.
Is it?
Yes.
Hey Arnold is at least. Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I was gonna say Invader Zim. Yeah, I want to say that's a little bit later.
No, Invader Zim was 2001.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's why I was like 2001.
That's old school to me.
Yeah, I guess.
It really fucks me up thinking that 2000s, like a lot of the shit that I thought that happened in the 90s only happened in 200002. And that fucks me up all the time.
Like, yeah, 20 years. If 20 years isn't considered old school, I don't know, man. That's crazy.
Xenon is fucking old as shit, bro. I used to watch that back in fucking, I don't know, elementary school, and then looking it up like, no, apparently not.
I fuck with Aisha about that shit all the time. I was like, did Protozoa do it for you? You know, I got anything English I have to ask her about. She's my number one. Because like, I asked her the other day,
what you asked her about Michael Myers?
He's not English.
Jack the Ripper is.
I think he's Scottish, to be honest.
I don't know, same island.
Wow.
Scottish people hate that.
Wow. But
sorry, Scotty.
No, I asked her. Oh, good.
Scottish.
I asked her like, what's her opinion on James Corden? Because a lot of people don't like him.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, because like, in my opinion, the way that it looks with her is like people that everyone loves, like she does not like at all. Like,
ooh, Aisha, how do you feel about Piers Morgan?
I don't like him.
What about Liam Neeson?
He's also Scottish.
He is also.
He's watered down Sean Connery.
I thought Sean Connery was like today was watered down Sean Connery.
Who?
I thought him now, like was him watered down Sean Connery. Because he's dead, guys. That's what I was.
Teddy, what was that one chick that we saw in that movie trailer that's like...
Oh, Angelina Camarina Jolie? Right. There's this chick in this new like movie trailer, but she's definitely like a supermodel. But she looks like Angelina Jolie and Cameron Diaz. So it's Camarina Diozali.
She just looks like from different angles and like these slight angles. She'll look like Cameron Diaz from one angle, and then she turned her head one way, and then she looks like Angelina Jolie. It's so weird, bro. It's like, bro, how is your face designed?
This is why you shouldn't have test tube babies. They come out too perfect. All right, we don't know how to react to it in the real world.
Perfect. I don't know how she's in an action movie and she's like slim as fuck. I'm like, she's supposed to be their top best secret angel. I'm like, you have no type of definition.
But the most defined, like the best person, Chambers, was I think her name, in the fucking Army of the Dead. She didn't really have any like just like she wasn't like cock dealing or anything like that. She was fucking the only one doing work aside from the main nigga.
Yeah,
don't watch that movie.
But she wasn't.
I'm already started watching it.
Army of the Dead?
But she wasn't.
It's not a good movie.
It's not a good movie at all. It's very terrible.
Oh, I figured it was. Like, I believe I fell asleep through half of it.
That's not uncommon.
Yeah.
But a zombie apocalypse took out. She wasn't like a trained assassin. Like, this is like, in this movie, she's the military.
She's the number one spy.
It's like, you have no type of like...
The way that she was dispatching zombies, she looked like a trained assassin.
Exactly, and that's
she's
good
a
for
trained
her
zombie
in
hunter.
her situation. Right, but she is not trained.
I mean, I think the best part about being a spy is being able to blend in, though. You know, like not looking like it, you're doing a great job already. You know what I mean?
Speaking of trained and trains, Hanada, you know, all 1,000. Crazy, huh?
Throwing that ass in the 8 trigrams and giving her that 69 palm.
The true definition of a gentle fist.
That's all that is, man.
Man, that's my extensive knowledge of Naruto.
Honestly, for a minute, I thought you were talking about Haikyuu.
No,
that's even funnier.
that's a whole different train.
That's
a meat wagon.
You see how well that goes? Like, hey, our jokes are like ogres.
They have layers.
They have
okay.
Yeah,
layers,
like a parfait,
like an onion.
Yeah. So we have to talk about it, Marcus.
Well,
the last time that you saw Teddy, you slighted him.
Yes, you called me fat.
Spoke to you last time I spoke to you. Yes, I'm sorry about that. Yeah,
I'm bad.
Also, explain what you said
with
because
your co-host.
Explain what you said because you didn't call him fat. That's Teddy doing that. Teddy does it all the time. He always assumes it's someone. That's one of his jokes. What is it? The words you used exactly?
I think I said.
Did you talk over me because you thought I wasn't going to be able to finish my sentence because you think just because I'm fat I'm long-winded and won't be able to speak for long sentences of time? Because I just did it right there.
Are you a science experiment that's really lit? Like a science lesson that's really lit? Because you're projecting right now, bitch. Sit back. What did you say?
I said both of you. I said this about both of you.
Both of you being?
Very huggable.
That is not what I remember him saying at all.
That is what he said.
That sounds.
Yeah. It's actually
like
fair enough. That is pretty accurate because I think it actually wasn't even in person, wasn't it? Like when we were playing Call
zombies,
of Duty.
I remember the map. I just don't remember the name of the map.
But you were like, Teddy, are you? And don't take this the wrong way. Are you still very huggable? And I absolutely took that the wrong way.
I don't think you know the right way to take that.
I do.
What's the right way to take it? Do you
Yeah, so
consider yourself very huggable? People always tell you they like to hug you.
They do. I don't like to be hugged.
That's the other thing I may have asked. I may have said, do you even like giving people hugs? Because you might like be one of those people who likes hugging.
I don't. I'm always worried I'm going to trip and fall into them.
He's like a
and they're not
rose.
going to catch me. So I'm very conscious of that.
I'll catch it
Lucas,
this
can
way.
you sit back? That's fine. Well, not that far back, but just don't be all in it. That's what I'm saying.
Right. This isn't a bowl of macaroni and cheese.
With the chicken strips.
I'm so fucking upset because Wawa didn't give me a mac and cheese for my chicken strip bowl. They just gave me mashed potatoes.
Did you select mac and cheese?
Yes.
Did you know that they had mac and cheese available?
Yes. Because I wouldn't be able to select it if they didn't have it.
That is not true at all.
Oh yeah, because I was gonna say that's not true.
In the slightest.
100% true. They usually
It's
tell
not
you.
true.
They usually tell you, like, hey, we don't have any macaroni and cheese.
Right? They usually do, or like it just the option won't be available on the screen. But
The option was available, though.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. And they should have like said something like, "Hey, we are out of mac and cheese. Like we just haven't."
But they didn't.
I know.
So, therefore, I thought I was getting macaroni and cheese.
Yes, and then you should have slapped their ass.
I didn't find out until
What
I was
were
here.
you doing while they were making your bowl? I watched them. You don't trust people to do shit like this.
I was waiting for my coffee.
You can still see from your coffee. Did you get the blueberry cobbler?
No.
Okay, that's just a morning thing.
It's not really a morning thing. It doesn't hit the same as it used to.
What, the coffee?
Yeah, because last year I fell in love with the blueberry cobbler coffee, and
Dicks
like
in it because we threatened them on Twitter. That's why.
they probably had to rush. They didn't have time to perfect it. My favorite thing on Twitter, the only thing I even use my Twitter for, is to harass food industry companies.
That's actually very.
Or just actually like
They respond.
businesses in general.
You know
They
that?
do respond. There was one time I sent out a tweet saying like, damn, like I know it's like 2:00 in the morning, but all I can think about is like Red Lobster's dinner. And then like Red Lobster like posted a thing. It's like, oh man, like aren't we great? You should totally go get some. Yeah, not for $40 fucking. Never mind. I
I
tweeted
remember
out
that, and I was just like, this is one of the greatest exchanges I've ever seen in my life.
I tweeted out to pizza rolls, just saying how like awesome they are, or they're the king of the hors d'oeuvre world. And I got a tweet back from Pete Zero, and it took me a whole week to realize that was just like a name for pizza roll.
Yeah.
I thought some random dude named
Zero.
Pete Zero had like sent me a message
So he
like,
just
"This
had
is
a
the
regular-
CEO of Tostinos."
Because when he clicked on it, that's what the thing was. It took him to the
Right, it took him to his page and it said CEO of Tostinos, and I was like, "Holy shit! I got a tweet from the CEO." And then it wasn't until like he had said something about it that like
I was like, okay, what you say, pizza roll is a god tier name. He goes, I'm just now realizing that name was made up.
Damn, that was a long con on their front. That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
They reached out to me on Instagram and asked me to use my tweet for, I guess, publication.
Did they give you like free pizza rolls for life?
No, I got wish though.
You
Can they give you at least one box of free pizza rolls? Seems like something is possible.
Because that's gonna get a lot of exposure on their end.
Yeah, right. I know. Like I'm bringing this to my audience of 8 followers, and they should be able to like give me something for that.
No.
Wow, he's like being practical over
There's
here.
no such thing as bad publicity. You know what I
But
mean?
see, it's my 8 followers, and then once Tostinos or Pizza Roll reenacts with it, it's their 312,000 followers plus my 8 followers, which I think is doing a lot.
No.
Stop raining on my dreams, Chauncey.
That's what he's good for.
That's all it
Damn,
is.
that's crazy.
Dream rainer.
Raining on y'all parade. Is that what I'm doing?
If I wanted to be told I'm not going to be anything in life, I'll just talk to my grandmother.
Wow.
I'm kidding. She's supportive. She's not supportive. Yeah, man.
Underlying tone.
Marcus, what were we talking about last night? Because I kind of wanted to continue that conversation with them. Oh! This is a hot take. Super controversial. I think that Donald Trump being president was good for the United States.
I understood what you said in the sense that it taught us some stuff about.
It opened a lot of
country.
doors that we did not need to be. Well, we needed to be aware of.
I said that it highlighted the problems with the with the entire the position and everything in regards to that, and it really highlights the problems with bipartisanship. And another big thing is it made it really easy for me to delete people off of Facebook. It's so easy now.
I miss the arguments though.
I don't. Some of those arguments were really bad. Like, you hear a lot of crazy shit when you talk to people who are ignorant and don't know anything. I've been told that being the struggle that you deal with being an African American man and in America are just in my head.
Wait, you say that again?
That all the inequalities of black men face in America, like from political all aspects of life, are fabricated and they're just in my head.
Makes sense.
That's what their argument is.
Everything's made up anyways.
Including the fucking economy.
The economy is made up and I hate that it exists.
So made up.
Credit scores are only in America and they're 100% made up.
Yeah, I should be worried about my credit score. I just can't be. I'm sorry. It's just it's like too bad already. But
do you know that for real? I thought my credit score was bad for a long time. My credit score is not.
what? Around where is it? Give me a range.
690.
Huh?
Oh, that's actually
not bad.
That's actually pretty good. That's actually quite well done. No, mine's maybe half that.
I didn't think it go past a certain point. yeah, because I mean, I looked into it more after we did the when we got this place because they checked our credit, and I was 100% convinced, like, man, we're not gonna get this place because of me. I still owe library books. Would that be some funny shit that actually affected your credit?
Gets framed on this
That would be amazing if they actually like let you know. I would remember them too. I would just be truthful. I'd be like, yep, I took that. Yeah, I just kept it. Like, I don't know why I didn't bring it back.
It was a great book.
I had that happen in my I think it's insane that the school makes you pay for your books. I think that's wild. Like, that is a
college.
High school.
Oh, high school.
Yeah, that was a little.
Like, if you don't take it back, they make you pay for it.
They did that in middle school to me. They were like, okay, you have to pay it, but if you
or
bring
you
it
can't
back,
graduate.
then, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I almost didn't graduate high school because of a math book that I didn't know that they gave me a math book. Like, oh, you don't have this math book anymore? I was like, no, I never got that math book. And like, well, you owe us $75. I'm like, I don't have that. Bitch, I'm in school all day. You know what the fuck I do. And they were
working.
Right. They dead ass try to they try to stop me from graduating for that and a book that I never read again. It was called Fendi, Ferragamo, and Fangs. It was a book about vampires in the modeling industry, which I think would be fucking amazing. If we're being completely honest. They just can't handle photography, so I don't know how you actually
no flash photography.
Depends on which vampire, which iteration of vampires, but
which is one that you're most scared of? Like,
iteration.
If you had to deal with, zombies, for example, would you want the level 1 through 7 zombies in fucking Cold War or Black Ops, or would you want like the Train to Busan zombies? Because
I want some zombies
Train
that
to
are
Busan type zombies.
no,
Train to Busan zombies are insane.
I want some zombies that are relatively realistic for having a neurodegenerative.
Right, I want to see
whatever.
rigor mortis.
Yeah, I want the zombie to relatively expire, and just kind of like, all right, I mean, there's only so much of flesh I can turn into energy to just move forward, like.
Right.
But relatively slow swarmers would be ideal, obviously.
Hopefully,
100%. I'm surviving in that one. That's why.
Yeah, but you know what? I saw Caleb City is, right?
Yeah.
I saw Caleb City's skit where he was like, you know, like dude comes in, he's like, hey, there's a zombie apocalypse, you know, we gotta go. It's like, where are we going? He's like, we gotta go to the zombie apocalypse. He's like, just lays on the ground, goes like that. He's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just gonna stay here. He's like, we gotta go out here and survive. He's like, I'm not doing that. He's like, I'm not just gonna survive until the next day. Like, that's not living. Like, he's just like, no. Like,
right, like, yeah, I'm done.
He's
like, this is it.
And I was like,
I'm safe where I'm at.
Nope, he was just like, safe where you're at slightly.
Yeah, that because if they're like, you know, insane, yeah, the World War Z type, or I haven't even played the newest Zombies. I'm gonna play it, but it looks fucking insane.
The zombies aren't the bad part. It's always like the POIs. Like, those are the ones that get intense.
What is that?
Like the points of interest. Like
okay.
They have like maulers. They have like other zombies that like throw like acid at you and shit.
Lightning bolts.
Yeah. But there's like, the main zombies, like the ones you see all the time, they literally aren't really.
Yeah, they're just regular.
But
zombies.
any zombie for me, because of the type of runner I am, any zombie for me that has the endurance to run a quarter of a marathon, a 100th of a marathon, just without stopping, that's nope. I'm bait. Like, I'm not, nothing I can do.
Facts.
I just don't.
I'm definitely bait.
Zombie, like, I don't think I want to do a zombie thing. Like, I just don't want to be a part of that.
That's what I got this cane sword for.
That sounds so unreasonable. It's like, man, can't I just deal with the bullshit we were dealing with before?
Yeah, it seems very mundane in comparison.
There would be some people.
I don't think it would. All right, and hear me out. Zombie apocalypse happens. Don't have to go to work. Don't have to pay rent.
That would be cool. But there's the other thing. I call it the what is it? Freaks or geeks. If geeks are zombies, freaks would be, you know, crazy ass people you have to worry about who just.
Could you imagine?
Shit anyway, because there's no laws now. You know?
Yeah, I thought. So. Could you imagine though, like if it was like with the society we live in today? If zombies were to start, like, could you imagine if, like, because I remember watching something where they basically controlled the zombies. It's like we've now been acclimated to what zombies are, like, you know, like we can handle them all, like, and they had the zombies participating in game shows and shit.
Was
like
that Shaun of the Dead at the end?
I think so. Yeah, Shaun of the Dead.
Was it demeaning?
No, it was Shaun of the. I mean, does it matter if it's demeaning? It's a dead.
I mean, how conscious was the zombie? Could they speak? Like,
no.
Okay.
They were like dead ass, just like regular zombies, but like. They're easy. They're docile. Well, they're not docile. So they're like, but they're easy to domesticate.
They're like an animal. Yeah,
the human populace adjusted to their existence. They curved. They basically culled them and curved it. Like
but I'm not looking forward to whatever group is gonna be like PETA. It's gonna be like
that's what I was getting to.
And I'm like,
that's what I was getting to. Was like the same people's like, you know what? Zombies deserve this, zombies deserve that. It's like, nigga, they're not gonna vote. Like,
we can't. I mean, they really could, but what are you giving them?
A
choice between two meats or something?
Like, but it's like, you know how Republicans
about like 70 million of them just voted last year for the Republicans.
Do you know how many Republicans would like spin that shit and like be like,
oh yeah, it would be a terrible political thing in general, just altogether.
Oh yeah, it's because the woke left is trying to stick up for something.
I hear that all the time.
All
the time, bro. Like, that's so crazy. Like, woke. It's like, so what's the opposite of being woke? Being asleep, right?
Oh, it's 100% being asleep and dreaming, because that's what Donald Trump got going on right now, thinking he's coming back as president in August. That's hilarious.
How he gonna do that?
Oh, I don't know. I think he's... So, I haven't really looked into it, but my guess is...
Why are we doing that voice?
I don't know.
We did this.
It's very dangerous. It's very dangerous.
Aloha, Light Bright.
Yeah, aloha, Light Bright. Nice to see you again. Thanks for coming back. But so Donald Trump,
we got Hawaiian followers.
Is my guess, or my guess is that he is going to use, the Arizona recount as just more fuel and ammunition to get more recounts done and continuously fucking drag it out. And then he's going to plant fake ballots in there using bamboo paper from China.
The thing is, though, wouldn't he have to, like... At that point, if he tried to go back to being president, they have to at least... Like, someone has to bring up the impeachment. You know what I mean? It's like... Okay,
which one?
It's like the second one. That's the one that I'm gonna go off of.
I think that you shouldn't be allowed to be president considering what the fuck just happened on January 6th.
That's why he was. But that's what I'm saying. I was like, when it comes down to it, it's like, we have to do a recount. It's like, yeah, but you're not going to be the primary. Like, you're not allowed to be the primary. You're in trouble. You're like, we're not done with you. You're not going to be president. Are you fucking serious?
I don't know. Republicans are trying to make it be done. They're gaslighting us and telling us that what happened was a normal tourist day attraction at the totally Congress.
These niggas are fucking me up because it's like
people died. Multiple people died.
Mitch McConnell. These are people who are they have been in the positions of power for so long because of what happened with the pandemic. Their ineptitude's been highlighted a lot, right? Mm-hmm. So when it comes time for re-election, those are two people who aren't getting re-elected.
Facts.
They're not going to re-elect Mitch McConnell. He's completely fucked that.
Mitch McConnell's talking about even just retiring. He's just not even going to rerun again.
They're not going to re-elect DeSantis.
DeSantis may win again.
I don't think they're going to re-elect him. Because he's having too many. He's not doing well in the polls. Like the public.
I'm not in.
Florida's a big red state.
Public opinion of him though. Like if someone else were to run, but he's not going to be the incumbent. Like someone has to run against him. Like even for his own seat, they're gonna try to put someone up there because of what he's been doing. Because he might not rerun because he also is thinking about running for presidency.
So he can't even get senator.
You heard me.
Anyways,
if Donald Trump can do it, anyone.
All right. So real quick, because Light Bright actually said that she's an election clerk, and there was absolutely no crazy stuff happening at my poll. There's never any crazy stuff happening at an election poll. Have you ever been to one? It's fucking boring. You go in there, you write some shit down, you fucking leave. You're in there for like 5 minutes. You get a sticker and a pen. I got a pen.
I didn't get it.
It was a pen with a stylus. It had style. But so a lot of people though were really worried that Donald Trump was actually going to not run for president in 2024, but he was actually going to run for Florida senator in 2022.
I don't think that he can.
He can. There's no rule against saying that you can't.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking the reason that he wouldn't run for senator is because that's not his primary residence. Isn't he like in New York?
It is his primary residence now. He changed it to Florida back in like 2015 before he even became the winner.
Well, I'm glad I'm leaving the state, you guys. Good luck.
I don't think we have to worry about any of that for Donald Trump because it looks like this New York investigation is getting really serious. They got a grand jury now, and Trump is losing his shit. So I think we're safe. This man's probably about to go to jail.
I don't know what's jail gonna really be like for him.
Put him next to Joe Exotic.
Where is Joe Exotic? What?
He's in prison.
Just a regular prison though.
I don't know. I think he's like. I know that he's like he's not being treated like he's not being treated with like special treatment though. So I think that'd be funny as fuck. Because
I'm not gonna lie.
I would listen to that conversation.
No.
I want to be a fly on the wall for that.
No. I want to make them cellmates and make that the new show, like the new Apprentice.
The Apprentice Alcatraz style.
Oh my god! And with freaking Joe Exotic and Trump. You know what? Let's give him what he wants because he wanted The Apprentice.
Let's put Ghislaine Maxwell in there too. Like I think that'd be great.
Oh my god!
What other really crazy celebrities are still in prison?
Let's
get Yolanda.
We got to stop that though. We actually have to stop because we were talking about this last night as well. I think that people sensationalize what people did and they're making the wrong people celebrities. Definitely. Ted Bundy. It should be infamous. He should not be romanticized. That tends to happen a lot.
He wasn't even that handsome. I don't want to point that out.
They have in 3
separate. He's a very average-looking white dude.
They're remaking that show again. They're remaking a story about him again. It's like you need to stop. Like, have you ever thought about what that does to the victims? Like
not only that, but like Jeffrey Dahmer. Come on, man. There are better stories now.
No, I'm just stop it. You cut it out. Wow. You cut it out. I just think that's like. Those aren't people that should be, in a way, they're celebrated because the people who are into that type of shit, who are always in the crime scene documentaries, is like, oh my god, like Jeffrey Dahmer is so hot. Like,
also an average-looking white guy.
Survival of the fittest would kill so many of these people if we lived by different rules.
You really meet people who say
I don't think you can. I don't think you can stop infamy though.
You can
stop how infamy is reacted to though. Like the way you market it, because it's been marketed. Like they're marketing about his story. Look inside the mind. Da, 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 da. And the reason they're doing it is because there's a demographic of people who enjoy that, who like that. What he did was deplorable, but you're not showing respect and appreciation to the people who were affected by that, like specifically. Like, you have no idea about how those families feel, and you're not even considering that. You're just concerned about making money off of a story. Like, we shouldn't be serial killers should not be looked at that highly, and that's what's happening. People like idolize them. That's the craziest part of it all. Like, you idolize these monsters. There's other people that should be celebrated on a regular basis, like teachers. The only time teachers ever in the news is if they do something bad.
For the most part, yeah.
But these motherfuckers are shaping tomorrow's future. Like the kids from the youth, today's youth, like tomorrow's leaders and shit.
Can we make the teacher draft real for some school somewhere? Did you see the teacher draft on I want to say Key and Peele? Mm-hmm. I mean, that was genius.
I think that those are the people that
I think, like, really looking back at your school life though, there were a lot of people that didn't deserve to be teachers.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of people that had that chip on their shoulder and was like, I'm a teacher, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you need to, like, absolutely do anything I say, blah, blah, blah. Like, no.
But those are the type of people that those people are just as important as the people who who deserve to be teachers. Because you have to see the other side. You have to be able to see the other side of it. Because it's not all going to be one way. There are going to be people who are in it for the wrong reasons, and that's either going to want, it may inspire you to do the same thing that they are doing, or it may inspire you to be the complete opposite of that. And that's just as important. There can be no light without darkness, right? It's just as important to me. That's what I look at it like. So, yeah, because we had people who were, like, you were bullied in high school. Like, those same things become police officers. Mm-hmm. Like, I was bullied, so I want to be in a position of power. It's like, you're giving the wrong people power. Because as a direct result of them not prioritizing education, look how stupid everybody is. Everybody's dumb. I'm surprised there hasn't been a fork in the socket challenge for TikTok yet.
No, really hasn't.
No,
I don't be on TikTok, so I couldn't tell you.
Neither have I. I don't know be on TikTok at all, or Reels, whatever the fuck. Fleets is what they use on Twitter. They call them fleets instead of tweets.
Fleets. Hilarious.
Yeah, it's just so many things that, like, the way that I would say American populace has consumed is made things okay that shouldn't be okay, and it goes from, like, deep shit, like heavy shit, to light shit. There's just certain things that shouldn't be cool. Like, I shouldn't be able to say that Teddy has the kneecaps. It's not going off.
Oh, but if I was just about to.
But if I call you,
I want to bring up something too. Like, I think a lot of what the media, or like a lot of the discourse between, like, older generation and newer generation, because, like, the newer generation, of course, seems to be more left than the older generation. And I feel like it does come down to what we were watching on TV versus what kids nowadays have, because now they have the internet, everything's untapped, you have just everything available.
Desensitization, everyone's desensitized now.
Right, but back in the day, you could really only watch whatever program was on TV or whatever your local newspaper had out or something like that, you know? So, and a lot of the stuff that you'll hear, or like the big topics, of course, one is cops. You know, Blue Lives Matter over Black Lives Matter, and then, you know, stupid shit like that. I feel like it comes down to what I have coined a term as copaganda, which is cop propaganda. And the reason for that is the type of, I guess, media that was being used, like the type of stations, channel stations, whatever. I can't think of the fucking word. The shows, episodes, like Cops. Watching an episode of Cops, every time that cop interacted with somebody was like, these thugs, these gang members were out running around. This local drunk driver resisting arrest. Like, it was always seen, of course, with the cop as being like the hero, which, of course, they're the main protagonist of that story, or of that show, so it's going to be that way. But there was a lot of cop shows. There was a lot of that, unsolved mysteries and shit like that. So I feel like that's why you have nowadays like this divide between, you know, Blue Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, even though it shouldn't be, because nobody's blue.
Blue Lives Matter not a real thing.
I don't give a fuck. I watch Cops. They don't mean shit. I got family members that are cops.
You're black. It's different for you.
I didn't know what it was.
Wow.
did not know. Like,
It's because he knows his life still matters.
There's a lot of things that are like, because okay, with the wow.
Yes.
So a big thing going on nowadays is that they're arguing whether or not that we should actually be teaching children the racist sides of history, like the bad sides, the sides that don't make us look like the best country on the planet in school. And the fact that
It's called race theory.
The fact that there is an opposite side to that, like, no, we shouldn't tell them.
Yeah, I want to hear.
It's going to make the world see Americans as racist.
They already see Americans are looked down upon in every other country.
Oh, I know that.
1,000%. We're considered stupider than everybody else, fatter than everybody else.
It's probably because stupid is not a word.
More stupid.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, stupid. Yeah, the word doesn't exist. Yeah, it's made up.
Everything is made up.
Everything is made up. Sorry.
But they look at all of us like we're less because of all the dumb shit that we allow.
So I'm trying to think. Can you try to think of a benefit to not teaching children about America's actual history?
Nah, man, I can't. I wish I would have been taught more.
I couldn't teach. It's the same thing as like not understanding why is it a bad thing if they have gay representation in TV? Like I've never understood why, like how you can, because they're gonna grow up to be this. Like that's never been a thing.
Yeah, the funny thing is like the gay representation just wasn't there nearly as much as it is now. But it was
yes, it was
there though.
It was there. Powerpuff Girls, him.
I never considered him to be gay.
Him was
what?
Him was a transgender.
I just considered him to be the devil lobster monster.
Him was the joke.
He was transgender.
Yeah, like it was. But I think it is. Even that,
because when he got mad, he sounded like a dude.
But I think, that was
trans woman is what you're going for. I want you to go ahead. Yeah,
he said
transgender is just kind of like a little.
Well, no,
bit
because at the same time, I don't think that's a good representation either, though. Like because
he was the devil.
Exactly.
Well, yeah,
exactly.
He was a villain.
Yeah,
he was a villain. The devil.
They don't have him. Representation matters so much, and it's just like for y'all to be like, oh, you're having two gay. You guys are trying to. Oh my God, everyone's being included. It's like. Is that not supposed to be how it is?
Chauncey used to watch that one show, Gale and OSHA.
Will and Grace is one of the greatest shows I've ever seen.
Gale and OSHA? I thought you were about to say Frankie and Grace, or Grace and Frankie.
Will and Grace is one of my favorite shows on the fucking planet.
Yeah, it was where Gale used to go around and have OSHA violations everywhere.
I loved that show.
Will and Grace was a good show.
Will and Grace was good, but it's like, because, all right, growing up with like having gay people, like I've always been around gay people, so it's just like for me,
your brother.
Yeah, there's other people as well.
Oh yeah.
You know,
he's like, oh yeah,
my best friend was also gay. Like I've been around it all my whole life.
Teddy, I didn't know you were gay.
Well, congratulations.
You kind of deserve that one. Marcus, for example, like queer.
Marcus, I didn't know you were gay.
It's LGBT.
I don't call it
Q.
queer.
The Q stands for queso.
Oh,
like K, so you're gay.
Yeah. Oh.
Queso.
So it's like I've always been around it. So for me, it's like, but I'm not gonna be like one of those people like, well, I never saw it personally. That's the thing, because I was always around it. I saw how they were treated, and it's just like being the same color that I am. It's like, well, I mean, what are we gonna be able to do? Like, so whenever I see people get represented, and then they're like, oh, that's me. It's like that is the type of shit that's like, this is great. This is wonderful. I could never understand the other side of it. Like, why would you want to like? Are you saying that you would love somebody significantly less because they're gay? Is that like you don't want someone to be gay? You don't want like they're not. It's not something to be vilified.
Yeah, man. Christians exist.
Christians exist.
That's the opposition to that.
That's the opposite.
Is it though?
That's the opposite.
I don't hear anybody. I don't hear anybody without a religious background, a heavy religious background, having an opposition to gay people being treated normally.
But at the same time, though, I wouldn't even say Christian. I don't think Christian's the most extreme.
Oh, yeah, probably not.
Yeah, it's definitely not the Buddhist.
No, Muslims don't like. Don't people get killed in other societies for being gay? It's illegal in some states to be gay, in countries to be gay, and they murder you for it. And they base it off of religion because there's no separation of church and state, which we were talking about yesterday. Mm-hmm. It's like if that's something that we're supposed to be dealing with now. Why is there abortion issues? It's like I don't think that they should be able to have abortions. Why? Are you gonna sponsor the kid? No, shut the fuck up. Like what I said last night, you're not having the baby fucker. Like
some comedian said, like, okay, if you vote pro-life or if that's even a thing that you can do, I'm not sure exactly how that works. But they said if you vote pro-life, you should have to adopt a kid that would have been aborted.
I think that'd be a good way to do it.
And it's just like, would they do it?
Adopt an abortion?
No. Adopt a child who adopts an abortion.
Give me your dead baby cells.
Look at that fetus sack.
I need them stem cells.
I'll pay extra for the placenta.
Free stem cells for all
Let me
of us.
adopt this fetus.
No. Like if someone's like, okay, I'm pregnant.
You gotta go
I'm
after
planning not to have a child, and they're just like, okay, well, we have this person who happens to have voted pro-life, and well, what do you know?
Isn't it like so? That's like a lesson of empathy, though, right? That's what
I suppose it would sort of be. I mean, sort of. That would never happen, obviously, but
it's like I think that's a good way to look at it, though. Like same thing with like I think you think that everybody should at least work in customer service at one point in their life, like retail at one point in their life,
Like,
because it's
I
something
think that's
that
pretty
almost
fucking
everybody's
funny.
gonna have to use. You know, if you plan to live out, you know, in a rural area, Lucas, if you plan to live in a rural area, maybe one of the rural parts of Alaska, then yeah, I'd be like, yeah, you probably don't need any.
What are you farming? That's my question. You don't farm anything, man.
You fish.
Don't worry about
Fish
it.
farming.
Fish farming.
But so like I think the working in customer service as a requirement thing is kind of fucking funny, just for the fact that like there are other countries that like you have to enlist in the army.
I know. I told some. That's
like
what I told.
like
yeah,
I'm pretty sure in Israel, yeah, you
2
have
years
to
when you're
enlist.
18.
Korea, you have to do it. So like in America, it's like you have to enlist in customer service.
It would be. I mean,
You
very,
end up having more PTSD than people do in Korea, fucking Israel.
You hear dee, what's that? And the fryer going off, and you're just like crazy.
Like hearing hold music really fucks you up for life.
You can't stand the sound of a clicker. Like when we work at the stores in the mall, they have the clicker to see who all came in the building and shit. Like that sound sets you off. Like you can't do it.
You go in and start hearing the tapping of keyboards, and it's like fucking World War II flashbacks.
Yeah.
Fortunate Son
As soon
starts
as
playing
you
in
hear,
the background.
as soon as you hear, let me speak to the manager from across the store, you're like, hello, darkness, my old friend.
I think it's important lessons to learn, because like you kind of learn that if anyone's given a position of, in their mind, power, everyone will abuse it. Like most people are going to abuse it. They're not going to use it in a proper way. And it's just like those are the type of people that like, if the world was in a different way, those like you would see how they would be handled. You know what I mean? It's like our classes and our social status is all something that's made up. Like, it's
Everything's made
because
up.
we put priority to things that we shouldn't, and made it so that everything should be a certain way when it comes to certain people. It's like, oh well, this person has diamonds. This person's the most important person in the diamond industry type shit.
Diamonds
like,
are forever.
You're creating, like we have created that status. Like, why are celebrities considered celebrities? You know what I mean? It's like it's a talent, it's a skill. Everyone sees you, but it's like I don't give a fuck what he did on Tuesday. I don't know. I don't care if he went to the Shake Shack or Guava Juice or Jamba Juice.
I know.
Jamba Juice. Like,
Yeah, because most people, like, you know, before you're a celebrity, you're not a celebrity, obviously. So it makes me like think like the difference between like say a Broadway actor and
I like
well, we'll say a local actor.
that concept is a lot cooler to me for the fact that like there are different tier levels of celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Before you're Kanye West. But like if you're the number one Broadway actor, you're not really like known on the streets. You're known in certain cliques. But you get to walk around with that like that kind of fame in your back pocket. Like imagine that person standing in line in front of Kanye West, and Kanye West just being like, "Hey man, like let me get in fucking front of you. Like I'm Kanye West. Do you know who I am, sir? I am Reginald Regal Watson.
How did I know his name was
The
Regal?
third, fourth, fifth.
Yeah, but even then,
I
it's like,
mastered in a Broadway play yesterday."
because there's certain people who are just like that's just being in your craft. Like you're gonna be held to a certain esteem in certain groups of people. Like that's just how
That's
it's
true.
always.
Because
Gonna
there's
be.
definitely people who do not know who Kanye is.
Yeah.
Those people exist.
and don't give
That's
a fuck
crazy.
about who Kanye is.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then there's people who are like, who would hear his music and be like, I don't understand
The hype.
what's going on here.
Yeah, I don't get this. Why?
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Lucas
it's like,
grabbed my hand. Shout out to Pride Month.
so yeah, it's like a lot of stuff like that taken into consideration. It's like, okay, the way you kind of described it the other day when me and you were talking, about how you feel about me being able to rap.
Oh.
There's people who have no idea that I can do that. And then am I gonna? Those are conversations. What we say about side conversations, guys?
I'm so sorry. I couldn't help it.
We were setting the mood.
Right. Everybody.
So there's like, but it's like to some people they're not gonna know that, like, and it's gonna have no basis in them. It's just like, but why are people being treated like that as a whole? Like, it's just like, oh, this person made a movie. I need to know about their personal lives. Like, you don't. Like, it's the same people who argue on YouTube comments, the same people who go like, who try to like talk shit about people, like from the comfort of their basement, being like 900 pounds, talking about how bad somebody did in the Olympics. It's like, you have no reason to be included in this commentary.
Speaking of Olympics, I would like to point out that Simone Biles was recently in a competition. She unleashed her like secret move, like her new fucking flip or whatever the fuck it was. She won. Just gonna go ahead and point that out there. Shout out to Simone Biles.
She made another new move.
The Olympics told her she couldn't use it because it was unfair
To the other chick.
to the other people because they didn't know how to score it. First of all, you score it with pins.
Right, you score it as a 10.
Right.
If they're
Like,
able to do it, it's a 10.
fucking land that shit at the 10. If they don't, you drop a number. Like, who fucking cares? Like, that's like you've never scored anything before.
So they would.
Right.
They're just like, no, we'd have to make it an 11. What?
Right, like, no, you just put it at the highest level that is possible. But anyways, she recently won the competition. Her fucking move was, of course, phenomenal. But shout out to Simone Biles.
Gymnastics has been around for 2,500 years. If you see something new, you give them all.
Right, exactly. It is a new addition to the sport itself. Like, it makes people become more creative with what they do.
Yeah.
Right. Also with sports, I mean, the whole thing that's going on with what's her name, Naomi Osaka.
Before we, like, do you think that's it's kind of going to be the same thing? Kind of the same question. Do you think that this would be an issue if they were white?
I don't even know if Naomi was like.
She's a black and Japanese tennis player,
Okay.
and she beat Serena Williams in like the U.S. Open.
I know who you're talking
She
about.
fucked her up, like completely crushed her, and she's
To
being
be
seen-
fair, Serena Williams is very old now.
No,
She's
she,
out of her prime.
no, don't do that.
I mean,
you are disrespecting
Serena
Serena
was
Williams.
something
Yes.
about.
She was in
I
her
feel like there's
prime.
something about Asian and black mix because like Tiger.
No, but I'm saying like
I'm
she's.
wondering.
Oh yeah, she's cheating. Is that what you're trying to say,
I mean,
sir?
it would be. I mean, this would be a super. That's. What, I mean, her parents would have had to specifically be
But
the
it-
ones to be like,
Oh.
"Here's
So-
a scheme."
That's happening with Simon. So it's happening with Simone, where they keep doing this shit to her. But Naomi Osaka, she said that before the entire the Open, like I think it was the Australian Open started, or the French Open. She's not doing tours. She's not doing any press
She's not doing any media press. That's what it is.
because of her mental health.
Right.
That makes
Because
sense.
they attack her,
Yeah.
and she's tired of being attacked. She said that she is willing to take any fine that they give her in hopes that this is used for research. Like the money goes towards something good. But she's adamant on her stance. So true to her word, she did not do press. They fined her $15,000.
So a company actually came out and said that they will pay whatever fine on her behalf.
It's called the Calm app.
Yeah,
They're doing
Calm
that for
app.
everybody.
Nice.
So but the thing is, instead of reacting to that as like, okay, this person's having mental health issues and like all this other stuff, because it boils down to the conversation that like those same people who have no business speaking on it, saying shit like, well, you signed up for a job, your job is to have media. No, my job is to play tennis.
Right.
I am here to play tennis. I am not here to be subjected to bullshit all fucking day.
I came to be a tennis player, not a media showcase.
If there's anyone who ever has completely lived that statement, it is Marshawn Lynch. And I feel like if anybody is ever targeted by the media, they should go to Marshawn Lynch and ask him how to handle it.
Yeah, but they did it with there was an Italian tennis player having the same problem. He's like, you guys ask me the same questions every time, and stop asking me after I lose. Like, I don't want to have these conversations. I should but what the presidents of the Open did was he got together with the other heads, and they basically issued a statement saying that if she doesn't participate in media, she's going to be not allowed to enter any of these tournaments ever again. So you're punishing her for putting herself first.
I'll be like, you know what? That's
yeah.
fine. I leave as being the greatest tennis player. Just like, you know
Right,
what
fact.
I'm saying? Like,
Like,
that's how I leave. That's how
Remember,
my legacy goes. And the only reason I couldn't defend my title is because they wouldn't let me do so.
Yep.
So I think
That's
that
the
kind of
only
like
reason.
leaves the door open for something greater to happen, because there's going to be like one tournament or something like that where she is going to be able to be back in, and
it's
she's going
gonna
to dominate it. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be like, yeah, like this was never a question or anything like that, because it's happened to other people in the past where they've tried to been, you know, ostracized out of something, and they end up getting into one particular group or something like that, or they create their own fucking tournament or some shit like that, own league,
Right.
and it turns out to be fucking amazing.
Like, it's
So
not unlike what happened with Colin Kaepernick. What happened with, like, in like the situation of like he took a stand and made a statement, and they were like, well, that's not his job. His job is to play football.
so disrespectful that now the NFL came out and issued apologies last year, but it's like you dead ass like kicked him out of the league for like 4 fucking years.
Yeah, and people saying it's always been that way. It's always gonna be that way.
You still are yourself, though. Like
You're allowed to have opinions and shit like that, right?
Yeah, I took this shit on Facebook, bro. It's like the idea that I'll pull it up directly.
Your
The
mental
idea
health
that
is
you have an obligation to your job that overrides your own well-being and mental health is some goofy shit. It's,
Yeah.
that's like the goofiest shit ever. It's like you're not allowed to have a mental day at all. Like it's insane how people look at that. Like, you're supposed to do this, you have to do that. There's no other way to look at it. You know what I mean? It's like I don't owe you. Like, you should be happy you have a job. Fuck that. Like, this pandemic highlighted how bad that shit is. Niggas ain't working no more because, like, no, we're not working in these fucking stupid ass conditions for less than livable wages.
I think it's ridiculous that like you'll see the signs on like McDonald's now starting pay up to $11.50 an hour. Like we're talking about for managers and shit like that who only make like $12 an hour. $12 an hour to be a manager at McDonald's is not worth it, bro.
It's not worth it.
You're talking about one of the highest paid companies in the world, and you can't pay your people more than that. That's insane. In fact, actually, if I'm not mistaken, over in Finland or Sweden, they have a union set up. And whenever Burger King first became international, they tried to set up over in Sweden or Finland, and they were like, cool, but you know, starting pay here is like $20-something an hour. And Burger King kept trying to fucking fight it. No, it was Toys R Us. Might have been Toys R Us. I can't remember.
It was one of those conglomerates.
But they were trying to fight it and be like, no, like, we pay our people this much. And like, cool, then you're not opening up here. Like, that's it.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
It's like
Unions, I don't understand why there's a bad rap on unions.
there's not a bad rap on unions. There's not at all. That you live in a right to work state, so it's perceived they are vilified in a right to work state because they are against being.
There should be no right to work states. That should be illegal as fuck.
Unions,
You should have like a set reason on why you're being terminated.
like Chicago, my nigga, the working in Chicago,
yeah.
like they have jobs that starting pay is $19 an hour,
And then you're still guaranteed like, you know, a raise every X amount of days or anything.
and it's
like
not
that.
25 cents, none of that other bullshit. It's legit, like. But it's because they put the working man first, because they understand the working man is the reason that they have the success that they have. Florida is 100% a place that's considered a tourist destination. It's a retirement destination. So people kind of view it with the same mindset of being in that type of tax bracket of like, I am over somebody else. I'm like, this is my mentality. You guys are meant to serve me type shit. That's kind of how people in Florida act about a lot of things. And it's a sense of entitlement. Floridians have a sense of entitlement that is not really replicated in many other states.
I can see that.
Like, everyone talking about like everything in Florida. Everything in Florida is like, is crazy to other states, but it's like you don't understand how deep it gets with them. And it's just like, what are we supposed to do? Like, being the type of people that me and you are, having conversations with these people, how have we always been looked at? We have been in a... Go ahead.
Probably we're surprisingly intelligent most times.
Me and you have been in a conversation with the white man who said, out of all the dumb niggers in this world, I happen to be in a conversation with 3 of the smartest of them. It was
Who else was there?
It was me, you, Spidey, and Joe.
Yeah.
He literally called us all dumb niggers, not niggas, niggers. And they called the whole populace niggas and called them all that, and then said that and I'm stuck with the 3 smartest ones.
That's pretty accurate.
Disrespectful.
Bananas even.
Bananas.
Are you two
I'm good. I'm good with you.
how you doing? Actually, we haven't asked you anything.
I'm good. Nothing. Just chilling.
I have no input.
It's kind of like we didn't even have to hook your shit up.
What's up?
Like, we didn't have to hook her up. She's just been chilling. You know what I mean?
Right.
Do you have anything to add to any of this? Says a lot. Your silence deafening. But yeah, other things. We can have those conversations all day, every day. Just because that's how me and you get when it comes down to shit like that. Because I just think that enough people could use a different perspective, and they don't even want to consider it. You know what I mean? It's like, why I look at it from a different way at all. Mm-hmm. It's black and white for a reason. Why would I have to look at it a different way? Because they were never forced to do so. Mm-hmm. If something really happened to change our worldview again and made it so that we were forced to look at these things, then what? Like, COVID was one of the best things to happen to the country.
It was a great year for me, personally. For me,
I'm saying for the highlight of for what's about to happen in the country, COVID was good.
I feel like it's about to be. It's really good in terms of, like, you realized a lot of shit failed. It was never meant to be ran that way, and that's why, like, you're seeing a lot of people just blame capitalism. And it's a pretty good way for it to go. I would like to see, because there was back in the 2015 or not 2015 election, but whenever people were first started running for president for 2020, Andrew Yang was one of the people who was running, and he was coming out with a universal basic income.
Was it $1,000 or $2,000 a month?
$1,000 a month.
Yeah,
$1,000 a month just guaranteed to every 18 plus U.S. citizen.
I thought about that, $1,000 a month. I'm like, okay. There's probably definitely some people who make that less than that.
Oh yeah. Or not less than that, but around that mark. Like, I feel like definitely you're probably bringing a check home of like maybe $250, $300.
Yeah, $1,000 a month. It's only $12,000 a year. Like,
it's not that much, but it's enough to put in your pocket to give you a little bit of leeway.
It's either that, or if you really don't have anything, or
it makes things easier.
You
like,
can
if you can't work,
you can easily survive off of that in some kind of way.
Yeah.
It's gonna be close, most likely, if that's all you're surviving off of. It's just that, nothing else. But
right. I think so. If I was to run for president, my platform that I would run on would be a cap on housing, like a cap on rent. Like, certain rent should not be as much. There should be no reason why a 1-bedroom apartment is $1,400.
Yeah, that's okay.
You ain't really giving no bells and whistles for that. Like, square footage or something like that. Like, if you only have a 600 square foot fucking thing, like, you're really only doing it, or you can really only charge X amount of dollars. Can't be more than like $850.
Yeah.
Does that mean that some landlords or renter or property owners are going to stop embellishing those properties? Maybe they're going to stop putting money into it. But at that case, you shouldn't really own property if that's the way you feel. If you can't gouge it out, you're just looking to, do whatever. But you shouldn't also have like a minimum requirement to live in some places. Or a max. A max. You shouldn't have like a max. Like, say if I make $10 an hour, I can move somewhere and I can live there because I make less than what their max is set at.
Mm-hmm. It's like, but it's also like that. It's kind of like the wild concept of like you had to make at least 3 times what the rent is type shit. Like,
That
so
like you
that's
still
fucking
have to make 3 times that amount, but you can't make more than X amount of dollars. So then, but if I get a raise next year and now I make $11.50 instead of $10 an hour, that puts me out of your tax bracket to actually still live there. Even though now that raise is now giving me the ability to where I can actually pay my rent, pay for groceries, pay for all my extra utilities, and start to actually be able to save up. But now I don't have that option because now I've got to move out of this rent-controlled property and move into somewhere that's not rent-controlled. And now that rent has gone up an extra $300-$400, and now that raise that I got is pretty much fucking non-existent.
Yeah, it basically backslides you. Just after moving you forward, essentially.
Yes,
I think
very much.
like, for the concept of like you can live in a 2-bedroom house, like a 2-bedroom apartment, if one of you doesn't work. That's how you because the income levels change based upon the people that is in the household type shit. It's like that's a concept. Like the problem I think there's always been is that they just told us that this is how it worked, and the people who were supposed to question it didn't, and the people who are questioning now are being labeled as like combative and shit. It's like, but it's the truth. We should be questioning this. Like, you guys they were giving free Wi-Fi during COVID. There was free housing for people during COVID. Why is this not something that you can?
There was free housing, or was there just the eviction moratorium?
Both.
I didn't know anybody who got free housing. This is literally the first moment I'm hearing about this.
No, I'm not saying like I was saying you're basically that. That's what I meant. I call them the same thing. Like, it's basically the same thing. It's like, you're not being. They can't kick you out. It's free.
Well, it's not free. They still have to pay the rent, but they're just having issues paying their rent.
At that time, it's free. If I leave the country, I never know. Like,
Just gonna be on vacation, not paying rent.
but yeah, like
It's responsible.
Well, yeah, I just saved myself $1,200 a month. Definitely going on vacation. What?
I think this is either cash or I need to buy.
So it's kind of funny you said that thing about.
Didn't we get a job back?
How is that a fucking thing?
Bro, you see what Tori put right there at the bottom.
Right.
What she said?
Pete became territory
No, I saw
operations.
that. I wasn't trying to put all that on the podcast. I saw that.
Fuck that. He don't listen.
You don't.
Even if he did, I don't work there.
Can I use your life?
Can't fire me.
That's insane.
That is hilarious. There's no fucking way. He has no knowledge. He has no knowledge to be able to run that company like that.
Maybe
That is fucking hilarious.
So from context, our old job just made it. Damn, I don't even want to say it.
So yeah, so from context, our old job that we all used to work at, they have like what's called a territory operations manager, which pretty much runs that office and all the overseeing territories in that area. So pretty much all of Central Florida, from like Jacksonville down to like fucking Naples.
Oh shit! Okay.
You know, that whole area. They just made the dude who's only been there for like 10 months the head of that. This man has no knowledge of this field of construction at all to be able to run this.
We only know that because
We work with him.
we used to have to deal with his ineptitude.
Yo.
Yo.
What were we talking about? I'm sorry.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah, the thing you said about basically moving into a higher tax bracket, not being able to.
Yeah, so it's like that whole thing as a concept has always been weird to me because it's like you showed us that you guys can do this. Why aren't you doing it? Because it's not beneficial to you. It's not profitable to you. Like that, the whole pandemic has highlighted all the issues with this stuff that needs to be addressed. That if we have to deconstruct it to the very bottom and build it back up. Or else we're never going to be better. It's only going to get worse. The market shouldn't crash. That shouldn't be a thing. That shouldn't be a thing that we have. There shouldn't be people who get paid to talk about that. That should not be the way that works. Because at the end of the day, that doesn't affect the regular person who has nothing to do with that. The vagrants that you guys put on the streets that don't give a shit about that. Like, you can be using those manpower, that effort, that time, that money towards other things that are more important. Like Planned Parenthood. Things that we actually fucking need. You guys created a market, and then you're making us all, hey guys, this is down, this is all on us. No, I don't give a fuck. Because it's not going to change how I pay my bills. It has no effect on me. But you guys are busy. We can't give you guys too much of your own money because you guys are going to misuse it. Suck my dick.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Suck my dick. What is it, boy?
What's that rumbling noise?
I don't know.
Outside,
Sounds like a
Chauncey
shop.
Really?
has taken 2 tabs of acid.
No,
Oh no,
one.
just one.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna be getting the giggles soon, but not right now. He's losing all sense of reality.
I'm not losing.
He forgot that there was an
anything.
outside world.
Clearly heard this.
He
No,
did forget.
because I didn't forget, but I was just like, why does it sound really clear though, like in the headphones?
Because he's a good headphone.
Like it just, like it sounded like something
It's
was
not the
rolling.
headphones, it's the mics. The mics are super sensitive.
Right.
But like the funniest thing is like we're not gonna be able to hear that rumbling once we play it back. So it's gonna be like
Right.
right now we're talking about nothing.
I'm so
Right.
glad.
And nobody has
I'm
that
so
idea.
glad because my stomach was rumbling early. And I was
No, no,
just
no.
Like,
So
I know
like,
I can hear that.
like
Okay.
didn't hear
if
that
one
at
of us
all.
were to go to the bathroom right now, you'd hear them taking a piss.
I was no, worried
Yeah,
about that
and
too.
but like it never comes through on the thing because we've had people go to the bathroom before.
Right. It doesn't come through. It's so crazy though.
We've managed to get one person's like loud ass laugh, and that was it. But we still had to amplify the fuck out of that.
That's good. That means you. I forgot exactly. I haven't done that in a while. But yeah, that means it'll
Are you
clip.
even an engineer anymore, dog? Come
Do I
on.
even? Where do I have the engineer? I mean,
You
I
can
mean, I
make-
guess I can make my own stuff.
Is that why you
You
want to do an album? 'Cause
look
you're
like-
you gonna
Yeah,
stay
'cause
crazy?
I haven't done that in so long. And man, you remember that the Kanye Luya? The Kanye, basically Kanye type beat. Me coming up with that angel chorus thing, that was so surprising. Like I actually surprised myself in being able to do that. I didn't. It's something that makes it sound like certain notes within a key are literally angelic. It just makes it sound super high pitched, but not overpowering. Almost like someone from very, 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 very far away singing high pitch, but you can still tell. It was really, really crazy concept, but that's the kind of stuff I just want to learn just out of nowhere. So yeah,
I think it's a
kind
good,
of experimenting.
a good use of the information. Yeah, like the application of the skill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I could definitely see that. So a little bit of backstory for people who don't know. Marcus used to be my engineer. Like when I first started doing, like when I was doing music seriously, me and Marcus have spent a lot of time together working. Like he's probably heard the most of my music out of anybody.
Am I still
Also-
the person who heard the most out of all your music still?
Of
Yeah.
the person who you've mixed and mastered my music, I would say yes.
Oh wow.
Also, for people who don't know, Marcus looks like he could do a wonderful rendition of "Out of the Box."
I told him he wants to be rap game. Looks like the rap game Basquiat.
Lucas told him that he would look good in the dashiki.
He would.
I do look good in the dashiki.
You,
I'm sorry, I do.
you look like if you ever got caught on fire, jumped out of a window, and got hit by a bus, you would still be there for me for the taking the THCs. From How High, you look like the dude from How High who got caught on fire, was thrown out a window, ran over by a bus, and then they smoked him and he turned into a ghost. You look like that dude. It's the skid mark of Buddha.
The one that they put his ashes
Yes.
in.
Dead ass.
I actually kind of want that done.
You dead
You look
ass.
like fuck the free world.
Ashes. I want I literally want to be.
313.
I know no one's gonna do this. I know none of my family, no one's gonna do this for me. But I want to be wrapped in hemp, put in a hole.
I'm just here.
I mean, you can redo the whole ceremony and have me just rent the casket for the day.
Right.
I'm gonna be that guy. Why not rent a casket?
Or have a ceremony
Not
named
like-
cremation.
Yeah, like a regular ceremony. You know, you lower me, and then when you come back, you're just like, okay, wrap him in hemp, and then I want like a plant, like a weed plant on top.
You
of
look
it.
like
So I-
the cinnamon stick from the
Like planting a tree, but
Yeah.
planting a tree
some
of
kind
marijuana.
of some kind of tree, some kind of
You hear
tree
me?
whatsoever. What?
You look like the cinnamon stick from the Apple Jacks commercial. Cinnamon is the winner, man.
Cinnamon is the winner, man.
You look like a discount Lakeith Stanfield.
Really?
You look like you belong in Get Out.
You didn't hear him earlier. He said you look like Mekhi Phifer in fucking 8 Mile. Like,
Jeez.
Oh, that's really bad.
Five.
you look like Terrence Howard with drugs.
That's a compliment. It's fantastic.
Right?
It's a compliment.
But yeah, no, it's like so me and Marcus gonna be doing an album. He wants to do it. It's gonna be not. I don't know how serious it's gonna be because Marcus can only be a certain amount of serious.
For so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know the process would be fun.
Yeah, that would be.
I could have missed that too.
Could we take? I mean,
We don't take long to record.
I was gonna say, could we take the old songs I've already made, redo them? But I'm like, I don't know. It would be fun to redo the clap of some kind of bonus track, but
She got the vid. She got the vid. She got the vid. She got the vid. She got the vid.
She got the vid. She got the racks. I don't know.
Yeah, so I mean, because we used to spend like hours just. So when I kind of went into a bad situation, I didn't have a place to stay. Me and Marcus used to hang out until like 3:00 in the morning at a softball park down the street, and we would literally talk all night, and he would go hang out, and then like I'd come to his house and we would do music and shit, because his dad knows I do music, his stepmom knows I do music.
My dad's a DJ.
We would talk and shit, and then he
Don't we play with his dad?
sometimes.
Yeah, we do play with his dad.
So
He's pretty cool.
Yeah, you get cool people.
he just like ended up like, yo, just sleep in the closet. Like they won't say anything. Like, sleep in the closet, you'll be fine. I did that for like 3 days, and they called me.
You did sleep because I did finally clean my closet out.
It was like because we were
And
recording in the
I
closet.
was like, yo, oh yeah. I cleaned my closet out and got some, you know, the little puzzle piece mats for kids.
Yeah.
I got that. Just like screwed it in the walls, which was really nice. That actually worked very well.
Yeah. So we
and then a little light, just a little light.
I slept there for like maybe a week. Like I didn't think last week because like they called me in the living room one day. I was like, Lucas, we know you're here, man. Like you can stay with us. Like it's fine. And I got annoyed because I initially told Marcus I could ask your dad. He goes, nah, man, it's better if we do it this way.
I wasn't wrong though, because he might have said no initially, and then it'd be like, yo, he could take up a 3x6 space. Like that's. I mean,
You didn't even know he was here. Like,
yeah, you know, that's relatively.
so we did like pretty much.
You know, it's kind of funny because your up and coming was being able to live in a closet, but Harry Potter's down and out was living in a closet. So, like, really,
I had it worse than him.
the levels.
Like, crazily enough, that was me having it worse. Like,
Falls on a different scale.
Right?
yeah,
You know,
like, different priorities. Like,
well, you know what's one man's treasure is another man's trash.
tragedy. It's another man's tragedy.
Lucas, speaking of treasure, Lucas,
Speaking of the balloons,
there's likely some really good stuff that we do not know we have from that house mic I always had. Remember, I just had that one boom mic in the middle of the room recording everything at all
Omnidirectional
times.
joint.
Oh
Yeah.
man, what?
And then so when we recorded stuff and people are like, they just go off and freestyle, and then the computer just crashes, just blue screen. I'll just be sitting there like, and then they'll be like, yo, what happened to the beat? Because they won't care after a while. They'll just be like, oh, the beat ended, so I just wanted to keep going off. They're like, what happened to the beat? I'll be like, oh, it been crashed. I'm like, I'm starting up now. They're like, oh, did you lose it? I'm like, nah, I got everything. I mean,
Right.
in some kind of way. Like there's probably verses you freestyle that you don't even remember.
That's not unbelievable to me.
Yeah.
You heard literally everything. Like
you want us to put on a beat now?
No.
You want to go ahead
I
and
think
freestyle
that's
for us
how
now?
we recorded Mac breaking my chair.
no, he broke the chair on the initial recording. No, he broke the chair when we were listening to it initially. Like, yeah, because we did a version of Click. You know, the ain't nobody fucking with my click.
And he was just stupid on it. He
The
just
thing
was-
is, that's actually what kind of let me understand that Marcus actually had a real skill when it came to engineering, because Mac was ubiquitous. This nigga was everywhere.
What's that word, man?
You everywhere.
that's being
I hate you
present
for that.
all over.
Yeah, I do the same thing in Spanish. Like, I'll say a word in Spanish and I'll say it in English, just so you guys know what I meant. Because of the questions like that. You get a gold star today. Put a chart on the fridge. But his verses were all over the place, and Marcus took his verses. I still have it on my SoundCloud. He took his verses and he made it a lot more. Like, it wasn't the best.
I'm Teddy. I'm finna look up ubiquitous because
I was joining the fucking live chat.
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ! But now I will.
But it's like he took it and made it basically a salvageable verse. And then on the verse, at the end of it, he's like bang bang bang.
Yeah,
bang.
I did a lot of cutting on that one. I remember. I could cut the shit out of something like you know that when they say, oh, you can have this person sound like absolute crap and make them sound good. I can move your words
Auto-tune.
No,
I mean,
no,
not even just I could
Marcus did
auto-tune
run
manually.
auto-tune out of
Actually move your pitch manually. And I didn't do that a lot, but I would move people's words because a lot of times, like, someone will write something and when it's like the first day they just wrote it, they're not like, they don't have that perfect weird cadence. Like, yeah, because you have a flow and then you'll have this one line with clearly too many syllables, or clearly not enough, followed by too many, or vice versa, whatever. And then the person will just say it in this weird way, and I'll be like, how could they even? I'll think of it as a snare drum, like where a snare drum would hit and actually fit that amount of stuff in a line, and then I'll literally move it all over, and the person will literally not be able to rap that in concert. That's I don't think that really happens much with Lucas. With other people though, yeah.
That's because I write my songs with that in mind.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Yeah, you actually, I'm just like, hey, you gotta know how you're gonna like when you're gonna bust out a triplet, like just to save space for something. That's gonna sound probably pretty good too.
I've done it for so many. I've done it to so many people talking to them about music that they ask me how I write my songs. I'm just like, well, I write my songs first, and that alone, I write my songs to the beat. Like that alone fucks them up. They're like, you don't have your verse written before you find a beat. It's like, no, I don't. Why would I do that? It's really hard. Like, it's easier to tailor if you do it the other way around. Like, find the beat you want first and then write. Because that was an issue that a lot of the people that we were working with were having. Like, they would write a whole verse to something. They'd have millions of verses written down, and then they spent 45 minutes to an hour in the studio just trying to make it fit.
I found. Well, I always thought to myself, I always thought kind of why it mattered. But even though I would probably lean more towards hearing a beat, writing something to it. But I was just like, if you hear something and it happens to go well to a beat, yeah, that works. But for someone to write it out, like a bunch out and just try to fit them on beats, it takes a while to do that. But it's really good when you have a producer who just knows your style.
Yeah, who knows the type of beat that you're going to go
when
for.
When they hear it, they're like, I got that one. Like, oh shoot, Dre was pretty good at that.
Dre?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dre was good, but Spidey was trash at it.
Like, you remember how I was telling you guys when there's like a terrible movie, like I gotta watch it, but only if it's like not supposed to be terrible. I mean, like, I can't watch a lot of the movies, superhero movie, and
like the parodies.
Yeah, some of the parodies I can't, some of them I can. But if it's a movie where it's like, oh no, this was supposed to be a serious film and it's trash, I love it. Like. Yeah, it's just because it's a.
Then maybe you do want to watch Army of the Dead.
That's why I'm like, yeah, if this is horrible, because you've heard of Cinema Sins.
Oh yeah,
oh
yeah.
I hate being that cynical, but it's great.
It is.
It's crazy. They actually into a conversation I wanted to have with you about that.
It's kind of weird the type of shit that we gripe on for these type of worlds.
Yeah.
Like,
but he's actually talking about the same Dre that you know.
I know it. Oh yeah, that Dre. Yeah, cool. He actually is the one that did our background music.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Him and I think he went to high school with us, right?
Yeah. I don't know if he was a part of the dance crew or anything like that, but I definitely went. No, we just had class together. That was it.
What was Dre's like producer name?
Dre Bambino.
Dre Bambino.
That was one of them.
Okay, because I thought Dre Sosa.
That's what he goes by now.
Different. Dre Bambino, yeah.
From the desk of Dre Bambino, some shit like that.
Yeah.
Nigga with the shortest beats on the
planet. But he used to have some weird, some absolutely weird ones, but I like stuff like that.
Like he had dropped an EP or a mixtape at one point in time. It was only like 6 songs. They were fire songs. They were only like a minute and 20 seconds long.
Yeah. Oh, there was this one. I don't remember what he did on it.
He would drop like one verse and that would be it.
I think one of my favorite tracks he ever had was did he call it this? I think he called it this. That Stress. It's just like it sounds like a guitar breaking down in slow motion in multiple dimensions.
That's the mind of an engineer.
Yeah,
right.
It's just
break it down sound.
If I had to describe to it like someone else who would just create a sound how to do that, they'd be like okay, not plucking, not just like an electric
like a
guitar,
strum, right. But it's breaking down.
Right. Yeah, it was, but it was really, it was very nicely structured to the point where it was like, it was just, I don't know, like almost grungy. I almost say, he was good because of stuff like that.
Continue.
Oh,
I don't know what's going on. I just saw hand motions.
no, but I know you're gonna get around to asking me, well, exactly what I wanted the album to be about.
Yeah, I asked you that yesterday.
Yeah, I still don't completely know. I mean, I just knew it was gonna be a really fun album, really something you would play and you would only listen to it because you were just like, I'm sorry, that was actually worth the amount of time for.
You look like Dave Chappelle dressed up as Rick James.
You were so lucky this isn't your couch, Dave.
This is
Oh,
So lucky this isn't your couch.
this is your couch.
This is couch.
Rich motherfucker.
This is
I mean,
the-
it is,
to
but
be
it's
complete-
ours.
It's our couch.
You're so lucky it's not solely your couch.
Right. You man was gonna stomp on my couch.
I went outside. I'll be right back.
Kick up some dirt real quick and
Do some moves.
That's hilarious.
do some spin moves in the grass and then come back in the house.
Go outside to find our guard cat and throw his ass.
Oh my god.
I ain't seen that cat in a minute.
You have a guard cat? You have a
There
No.
was a yard cat,
Oh, a yard cat. Okay. I thought you
Yeah,
said
it was
a guard
just
cat.
out there.
I'm like,
but he would kill squirrels, or he killed a squirrel and ate it right in front of us.
And I think that's what killed them.
was it that savage? Was he just
Yeah,
whole body or just like
Whole
middle
body.
pieces and?
No, there's still like the.
he kept
So it was
coming
a
back
baby?
for it.
There was
okay,
a younger
back
looking
for it, okay.
cat, but there's still like half the body in our yard.
I tried not to look at it.
Dang, I haven't even looked at it or seen it, I don't think. It's crazy. I don't be paying attention like that. I don't go outside.
I'm having trouble logging into my shit.
So
Oh,
your album,
yeah. I wanted to be something, very, very funny, just goofy to listen to, like that, like the songs I used to make. Cause I love making parodies. Like I'll just hear stuff. I'll hear a song lyric incorrectly, and it's done. Like it's, like I'll just think of. I can't remember all of the ones I make. I have to actually find out what I have made. I made one for a lot of jobs.
Tacos in the hood.
I did make tacos in the hood.
I remember that.
That was pretty dope. We got to do that one. That's a whole skit. We're literally going, like I wake you up and we're going to Taco Bell in it. And then I call my dad, ask him what he wants. And then we like wrap it or he wraps the order. So like we literally have to do that. I'm wondering if we're going to have to know someone that works at Taco Bell or just go and just do it somewhere. I would prefer that.
Probably.
right now you can get hired at Taco Bell. So you want to just get hired for a day, and then just like go in there and record a music video for one day.
It wouldn't be
It would be the reason
I
we
wouldn't
got
be adverse to doing
fired.
that.
It would be the reason we get fired, though.
Yeah,
I don't
and
give a shit about
you're
that.
not really losing
It'd
anything.
be
in
the
that.
reason we get fired, but it could be the reason that they'd be like, yo, hold on. This could be a really good advertising tool, potentially. I mean, they'd have to get the rights.
You'd probably blow up though. Like social
Tacos
media
in the
wise,
hood?
like getting a job specifically just to get fired for making a music video in there.
I think you succeeded when a white girl makes your song in an acoustic version. For
Facts.
yeah,
Facts.
I think your song, whatever song that may be, has succeeded.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. When we used to do the music and shit, like, cause I had this conversation with people about like Spidey and what he would do as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it felt like self-sabotage. It felt like sabotage. We would try to do a song, do a song together, and my song was about some real shit, and he would come on with some bullshit. Like I did a song basically about the refrain from Fireworks, like that whole shit, like Drake and Alicia Keys. And it's about some real shit, and he comes on into it like, I will have your pizza face leaning like you Italy.
It was so upsetting because it was not like, but at the same time, I'm like, for me, it was like funny because of, I guess him being an asshole like he decided to do. Like,
I tried to reach out to him because he's only one. At the time, he was one of the people I knew that could help me get shrooms, and he got mad that that's what I asked him for.
yeah, that doesn't. I don't see why he would have gotten upset. That doesn't make sense that he did.
He's like, you don't even hit me up in my personal life, bro. Like I try to hang out with you.
Oh yeah, that was kind of bothersome. He was a very
Why don't you talk to me?
yeah.
every day,
Why does
man?
no one like me? Why does no one talk to me? I'm like, I mean, most people who have that mentality are not people who gravitate people, So
Well, yeah, that's because people with friends aren't concerned with why they don't have more friends.
They're really.
Well, he was more. It was even a little bit more than that. He was more like, "How come you don't talk to me every day?" He had friends, but he was mad at us because we weren't constantly giving him yes man shit.
It's because Lucas operates based off of it doesn't matter if I've seen you in 6 months or if I've seen you in a day, we're still going to go about the same way.
Yeah.
So, like, he can hit you up a year later and it'd be like he just talked to you yesterday.
Yeah, he not going to do that.
Right.
Exactly. No, it's not.
Like,
I thought it was. Oh.
No, I feel like that's kind of like how we all are. I mean, I don't really see any reason why it's like, yo, you haven't spoken to me in 4 months, so
we're
not cool anymore.
Other, technically. Like,
exactly.
Yeah,
and then, the phone goes both ways.
Phone do go both ways. Yeah. Like, no, we talked about it hilarious, like, because me and him are both on our PlayStations at the exact same time, and just we could be in a party chat easily, just talking. To, like,
I had a dream about meeting Cedric the Entertainer the other day, and that's what that voice was supposed to be.
Okay.
Wow.
From Barbershop, I'm guessing?
No, I mean, yes, because he was in there, but was it that specific role? No, it was just Cedric the Entertainer. Like, he was like, so we were at like this, I don't know, like this hookah shop, and I was looking for a new hookah, and then Cedric the Entertainer came out the bathroom, and it was a pretty big crowd, and he's like, all right, guys, like, look, I'm probably gonna die soon, so if you want to take your photos with me, let's do it now. And then so everybody rushed to do a photo. And I was like, you know what? Let's just do one giant group photo instead of him doing just multiple individual ones. This man's got time and things to do, so let's go ahead and do one group photo. And then we kept fucking up the group photo. So that was pretty much it. But, Cedric the Entertainer was pretty upset at the end of it. He was like, man, like, this took a lot longer than I expected. I was like, I know, man, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't mean for it to be like this long, drawn out process, but it is. It's a very weird dream. I don't like being scolded by Dream Cedric the Entertainer.
Yeah, that would.
His inner slave owner.
Celebrity dreams are peculiar. They're very peculiar.
Yes.
Dreams in general are peculiar.
Yeah.
The concept of dreams is insane to me.
You talking about that LSD trip?
Basic fucking Lee, dude.
What? You had another one?
Oh, I've done acid a lot since then, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wow. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I did it one time and played Luigi's Mansion 3.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
I honestly thought it was a lot of Yoshis in it, but I didn't know it wasn't. It was Luigi's and Gooigi's. And I'm sitting there having the greatest time of my life playing a little game. Look back and forth and shit. This game, you gotta blow up a little fucking You have to blow up your floaty, hop in the water, and like get coin and avoid bombs. And I am having the great. Like, I'm on acid. This is my birthday. I'm on fucking acid. I'm destroyed.
Yeah, these games are low key not for certain level of children. Like at a certain point, it gets too difficult, and this is definitely adult on acid level.
It's a fun game. I like games like that. Like, yeah, I like a game that doesn't, like, every game I play because of the level that I try to play my games at. That's why I'm so frustrated all the time. Like, it's so frustrating to play like games because people are toxic and shit like that. And then, like, when it comes to other shit, like Knockout City, I could play a game and just have fun playing the game because it's a stupid ass game. Like, I could play Luigi's Mansion and have a good time because it's a stupid ass game. Like, I'm not playing this game for any other reason. Like, I don't have to put a thought. Like, that's what Call of Duty used to be for me. When I used to play with your dad, I don't know if you remember the day that me and your dad played the game and I threw the fucking Semtex at the fucking street light and I died. Like, it blew me up. It blew me and another person up. We died. And then I started laughing again. I was laughing so hard that I died again. And your dad the whole time was like, really? Like, sitting next to me, cracking the fuck up. Like, his dad's where I get the mentality playing Call of Duty the way that I play Call of Duty. Because his dad is 100% the person to be like, anybody can get kills, but who can die? He's like, we're laying down.
My dad literally has that mentality. My dad's really fun to play with if you need a person to die for you. Like, you need, a debate.
He is about that smoke. And I mean, he's throwing smoke grenades. And he's trying to fuck your shit up. But he's not playing seriously. He's not playing to win the whole time. And like, that's why I love playing with your dad for that reason. Because me and him will sit there and just be the dumbest niggas on the fucking field. He's the help in my my name comes from that. Like, I still use help as my clan tag.
He's the help, yeah.
He's like, help!
He's not, he's always down. So he's like help!
It's like, oh, you guys need a distraction. The help is here. Like, that's what we're doing for you.
So like, go out there and see if it's good. It's not.
That's how I play too. That's why I tell Charlie whenever we're on, I'm like, all right, Charlie, you ready? Like, where are we going? What are we doing? I'll go in front of you. Like, whoever downs me, you down them.
Like, I've told him before, it's like I've dropped like all my money and shit. Like, I'm gonna go have a.
I hate watching this motherfucker play, bro. I hate it with a passion.
I'm gonna go talk to him, have a little word with them and shit. And then if I die, like they're not really nice. Like, I don't really want to talk.
He moves so slow, and it fucks me up.
I move with a purpose, but I'm also still like. I play the game like this. I think you move slow. If we're being completely honest, I don't think that you move fast at all. The way you move gives me anxiety.
I don't understand. Like, wait, do your characters not move relatively at the same pace?
No. Okay. Like, he takes forever to make a decision.
Oh, okay.
He just like moves extremely slow for me. Like, whenever he picks up something, he like stares at it as if like, I don't know if I want this or not. I guess I'll take it. Like, you know, it's just like this pause before he actually does something.
Gun I didn't mean to pick up. That happens all the time. Like,
I see it. I couldn't get into your new game, like newer game mode, because I had to stop playing it for a while. But
Warzone?
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, Warzone. Yeah, I didn't.
I like playing like okay. So one thing I do that pisses him off is I'll throw down my weapons and run across the entire map to get a fucking like supply right by myself. Just. But I'm also the same person that if you're like, yo, Lucas, there's a helicopter. No, they ain't. I'm gonna blow that bitch the fuck up. And that's exactly what ends up happening. But it's like just playing like that type of shit's fun. I love playing the games with my friends just because like I don't have to play like I'll make my boy Charlie. He's super serious. He's like, man, I like to win. Same thing with Vic. I like to win. I'm like, I just enjoy spending time with my friends. Like, as long as we're all together, I guess I'm having a good time. And T-Hug's like, no, it's better to, like. I like being with my friends in the first place. I don't want to be. It's like, man, come on, man. Because we have we've had so many stupid ass moments playing the game and shit. Like, he scares the shit out of me on a regular basis. Because, like, he'll be standing next to me. I don't know that he's there and shit. I'm like, and I shoot at him and shit. I was like, boy, you better announce yourself. You terrified the fuck out of me. Yeah, I can't wait. Like, so you don't have Warzone no more?
I feel like I did delete it. There's a good chance I deleted it. I mean, like I was saying to Aisha,
Sure.
I call her Aisha.
A to the E to the.
She introduces herself as Aisha.
I to the
A to the E, Y to the S later.
Like I was telling her,
I was trying to spell Usher because that's USHERRAYM.
But no, like I'm telling you, they should just give you a whole server.
Respect, because that's RESP.
We're talking about bananas, which is BANANA.
I swore this was independent. INDE. You do it, baby.
What you were saying?
I was saying, Aisha, I'm like, as big as the game eventually gets. I mean, initially it's still fucking huge. On the hard drive.
Oh yeah.
But they should just give you like a hard drive with it. Just give me like a terabyte with the game.
Oh yeah, for every Call of Duty game
you know
that comes out.
You know I'm gonna use it.
I mean, still, like, I'm
gonna use it. You know I'm gonna use it because of you. You know you're gonna make me use this whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it'll go from being what I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't even know what the start size is.
It makes me wish that like
right now it's got to be at like at least 120 gigabytes
like, to begin.
Imagine like what Warzone would have been in the very beginning, like how KO City was, like how KO City was when it first came out before KO City came out like as like a full game, its servers were wonderful. We had no trouble playing online or anything like that. Ever since everybody's on this fucking game, bruh. We're all working on our dance routines, playing fucking dodgeball. All we're doing is either moonwalking, doing the usher to the side and shit. I did it off the edge, bro. I almost threw my controller. I was so pissed off. But you're gonna like the game a lot. Doesn't require a lot of skill to be good at.
You mean the newest one?
Knockout City. I think is the game that he's referring to.
I thought you were talking about.
Well, Call of Duty apparently too, because Black Ops is a lot more easy. It's an easier game to play. I just hate that game.
I definitely enjoy the campaigns most of the time, and then
But
there's something about online will like certain popular ones will just like kind of turn me off. Wasn't crazy about Warzone, so I kind of stopped playing that. The zombies gonna keep me on. The zombies is gonna probably keep me on.
What's the way to play with your dad?
Yeah.
That's like every weekend. That's why I almost didn't delete it.
Yeah, let me just clear out 300 gigs first.
Hey, I keep it on my. Like, I can put it back on my system, but I just re-downloaded Naruto. So
you don't have Warzone?
I have Warzone. I don't have Cold War.
Oh.
Yeah, I have the Aisha one. I want to play the story mode of Naruto with Aisha, and that way she's not in the complete dark whenever Demon Slayer comes out.
And she'll also know everything about Naruto.
She already does.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, for the most part, she stopped at a certain part. She stopped when the filler started getting bullshit with like the Chikara shit. Like there was like a filler that they didn't have to do that they completely did. There's like the prelude to the Great War. That's what she stopped it at. So I mean, it'd be good to help her out with that. But she's probably playing the game right now, for being completely honest, because she plays Warzone with her dad. And now she's doing this new shit where she talks hella shit to me. She's like, cause like I got home last week and I didn't do well in Call of Duty, and she was like, "Damn, babe, I played better than you." I'm like, "Bitch."
I'd like to play with Aisha. Tell Aisha to hop on next time she's on.
I'll have her add you.
Hop on, Knockout City.
I have the. I told her go through the training for me. I think that you really like the game.
Yo, is it cross-platform?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Knockout City is cross-platform. You don't need a lot for it. It's free until level 25.
Yep.
I'm wondering how that even works, but then how much is it after that?
$20.
$20.
Okay.
So I was thinking about like your idea about the elimination mode. They could do that where they could have like teams of 4, like 5 teams of 4, because you eliminate people, it makes less people on the field, but you can also bring them back.
Yeah.
So
I think
feel like
the
that
best.
they can do it that way.
I think the best number.
Comedy style.
Best
Yeah.
number for it to be would probably be like a 5v5 mode with eliminations. I think that'd be the best way to make it work.
Yeah.
Because you want to have enough, because of the 3 people, you can eliminate people too quick. Like, but I think it'd be a good way to do it. Like teams of 3 would probably be super fast paced and super hectic. With the like, playing with us, the constant influx is the fucking like people coming back into the game and shit.
Yeah.
Because like me and Chauncey I think that we've been working pretty much like me. When I was playing with
I think it'd be
Jose,
great too. Cause like, Chauncey, get me back in. Get me back in. Fuck.
I'm
Fuck you.
trying. It's like, because me and Chauncey have pretty much been mastering the fucking catching and shit.
Yeah.
Like we've been hitting Lynn like tier 3 charges, super charges, shit back and forth, going back and forth with niggas trying to catch the ball and shit. But it's just like it's still like I think that there's so much to this game that they should add to it. I think it would be a lot of fun, man. Like I want to play with like teams of 8, like 8 teams, like or like 2 and shit. That'd be fun as fuck. Like,
I think everybody, all the game developers need to be listening to the players a lot more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
like you should
To
just
an
be able to
extent.
it would be interesting if you just can send like a short message directly to the developer from your game system, you know, so whatever they're
not to listen to everybody.
they're not gonna listen, but if you get like
Because some people have stupid ass requests.
If you get like Battle Royale and you get that message, that's the only message line from enough people. Well, yeah, you know, everybody's just saying Battle Royale, you know, but I know they're not gonna listen to everything. I mean, they could do a poll.
I think that's what Twitter is for.
Well, fighting games, they have actually spoke on that a lot. Like the Mortal Kombat, Ed Boon. There's been times we had to tell people like, guys, you guys are asking for ridiculous things. Like they were trying to get Shaggy put in Mortal Kombat.
It's a WB product though, so could happen.
I want it.
I don't.
I do.
And then like
I want Shaggy and
there's
Fighter.
one of
Do you
the-
just not want to be beaten by Shaggy?
No, I think that's not that's a waste of a character slot. I think that's not something that they need to do.
He needs to be an Ultimate Ninja Stone.
But so they also have like another game creator. The dude who basically runs Tekken. His name is Harada. He has a completely different stance. Like one of them, like some of the games, they're like, oh, I'm so sorry if I can't do this. Like he walks around saying like, don't ask me for shit. Like, I'm not giving you what the fuck you want. Don't ask me for shit. They put Negan in the game. They put like so many different. They put Akuma in Tekken. Like that shit's dope. Like that's the type of shit I want to see. But like, I'm not trying to like. I don't want to see like certain characters in games. Like that's not something I'm looking forward to. Like don't put don't put the Queen of England in Smash Bros. I'm like, do that. I would love that.
Because, like, she's damn near invincible.
She is.
Like,
All it is their aging Peach.
And Daisy?
No, just Peach.
So what would Betty White be?
I had a dream about Betty White too.
Was it a wet dream?
Nope.
how was it not?
Oh, all right. So I don't know really what was going on. We were like trying to like
He was caught up in
take
the
out
moment.
these like undercover like racist CIA officers or some shit like that. We had like really good information on them. So we were at like the CIA building. We were in the parking lot. We were trying to go in there and like do everything, but everybody was like coming out to stop us. All these like racist white cops and shit like that. And so this car pulled up and had some old ass woman in the driver's seat, Betty White in the passenger seat, some old ass woman in the back. Lucas was there, and Lucas was like, "Oh shit, that's Betty White. I'm gonna get in the car with him." And Betty White's like, "Yeah, come get in the car with us." And I was like, "Lucas, you can't just get into the car with any random like fucking car of old white people. We're going against old racist white people right now." And he's like, "Nah, bro, like Betty White's cool as fuck." Betty White turned out to be cool as fuck. However, the person in the back was dressed up as an old lady, but was really a secret agent and came out with like the sleeping needle and like slept the fuck out of Betty White, slept the person in the driver's seat, slept Lucas, got me, but I'm trying to fight her off as I'm still like going in and out of consciousness. It was weird. I don't know.
Oh,
That sounds like an independent movie. Like,
by the way, Devin,
Sundance Music Festival.
I was talking to Devin about this because Devin said he would love to do it. Do you think I'd be able to find 3 people to get the rest of the Golden Girls tatted the way that I have Betty White?
I'm sure you will find 3 other people.
I feel like that might be a template for the Golden Girls. Just seems like it's probably gonna become a dope ass tattoo. Like,
No, I'm talking about like my tattoos, the way my tattoos set up specifically. Like for all like the 3 rest of the girls to have the girl that says Golden Girl, something that represents them, but it's B. Arthur, it's Blanche, it's the other bitch, Sophia.
I think B. Arthur.
I'd probably get Sophia tatted too.
Drinking tea with face tattoos would be better.
Yeah. So, but he said that he wants to do the series. He's like, I would love to do all the rest of them because we were talking about when he did Aisha's tattoo. He's like, I would love to do the rest of them. Like, that's the problem. I have a tattoo equivalent of you, basically. Like when it comes to like music and shit, I have someone who was willing to help me create and bring my bullshit to life. Because like he didn't believe me when I told him I had a Betty White tattoo at first.
no, yeah, I didn't. But I could see that.
I have a lot. Like I'm still waiting for Marcus to get some tattoos. You gotta. I mean, is part of the reason because you're dark they won't show up?
It's a good one.
That's racist.
No, is it?
That's a good one.
No, if that's
Not
racist
really.
or not.
I mean, I did. I
I
do
didn't
want
say
color, though.
fucking what.
Right.
I didn't say like, oh man, you should be hung. You ever been hung? Like, you know, like black people have weak necks. That's why the nooses are effective against them. Like that's racist. Like
That is very specific. That's very specific.
I just said that because his skin tone is going to be harder for certain colors to show up on him. If anything, I'm speaking from personal experience.
Yeah, I did want color, like preferably in tattoos. But
Don't
I know
get
I'm
white.
not gonna be able to get.
You can get color.
You can.
I know I can get a little bit to some extent.
No, but you can get a lot
you
more
can
color.
get
You
color.
You
think.
get a lot more color than
You just got to
can
find the
get.
artist that can do
Just
it.
there's certain colors you're not going to want to get. Like, do not get a white any type of white in your tattoo.
How would you get white unless it was blended into a color?
White ink.
I mean, no, like why?
It's an accent. It's an accent thing
Okay, then why not to get?
because it fades too quick.
White always fades away.
You can fades off of me. Sucks.
Crazy. The template for it.
No.
Have you
Luckily, I'm just white. So
Have you come to love that tattoo? Do you want to get that one covered up?
which one?
The watercolor rose.
The watercolor vagina rose. I don't know. I'll probably just get it
Clitoris.
redone.
Why is it a vagina rose?
Oh, because the way my arm used to look, you made this look like a vagina.
I thought that's what I figured.
Hey Marcus.
Yep.
What's your favorite flower?
Hydrangeas.
Hydrangeas. I like those
I haven't
hydrangeas.
told you this. You know the devil's lettuce, all that other shit. There's different ones that we use. I thought I was talking about this yesterday. Lucifer's lettuce.
Is that's the different one you use?
No, we use so many. More.
That's
Hades. We have a Hades
Tip of the
Hades
hydrangeas.
had. Ooh, I like it.
Baphomet's bouquet.
Osiris's orchids.
That's a new one to me. I didn't know about that one.
Yes.
We have Abaddon's arugula, Lilith's lilies, like lilacs. Like, bro, it's like all these different ways to talk about them. Like, every time I think of hydrangea, I think of you. Like
Susanoo Sakuras.
Damn.
I like that one.
Yeah, but like hydrangeas.
What did I say that about? What did I
You
originally
used to
say?
just say that you like those hydrangeas.
No, there was the first time I think I ever said it.
Well,
We were going somewhere.
we were at
gonna be
Walmart.
back for. Oh no! I was hurrying you up or something like that. I was like, "Hurry up! I gotta go water my hydrangeas." Just like, what?
Repeat that, please. Is that hydrangeas?
Was that the same day that you were getting the when you picked up that
Hooker.
that pedophile kit? What?
Explain.
That got worse than what I said.
What?
Tell them what you mean.
The pedophile kit you got from Walmart.
Was it like a sleeping
Tell
bag?
them
No,
what you
it was
mean.
like I want to
is
say
a
you got a pack of cigarettes, some wine, 2 bottles, I think, of like Moscato, a coloring book, and some crayons, and I think some candy. And it just looked real interesting.
I was trying to catch a
just being-
pedophile. That's the whole
It's-
That's how you catch a pedophile. So in order to catch a pedophile, I needed to catch a child first.
He makes perfect sense. You can't catch a pedophile without a child.
You need bait. Like,
You're gonna put a
I'll be
child
completely
under a
honest.
box and
Okay,
just
the reason it was funny is because like I think the coloring books would really set it off because that's what I was the most at. The coloring book was the first thing I grabbed.
It was a princess coloring book, so it had Ariel and
Jasmine. Yeah, this was before Frozen, but like, hell yeah, like,
Try to check that out at the store. It was like a girl looking at you like a
Oh,
princess
but
color
here's the
book, a
thing.
bottle of wine. Oh, this is for my wife.
Here's the thing.
She likes to get drunk and color.
he called it a pedophile kit to the people in the store. This was a couple months before they decided to roll out self-checkout, so I didn't have an alternative option. You bought the wine. The wine wasn't even for me. I was just holding the wine.
No, I think you said that too. I thought you said the wine isn't even for me. I'm like, well, there you go.
I just had all
For the
this
child.
stuff. I just really had all the stuff. dude.
For the child,
Like, bro, he ran with it. I was talking about like, yeah. Of course, it's not for you. Like, that's what he told me, bro.
Like, it's not for me. It's like, yes, it's for the child.
I want the record to show I am not a pedophile.
Or just
I would have thought the entire story would have hinted at that.
Nah, people like, but you know, really though. Come on, dude, for real. Like, nah, man. I couldn't be a pedophile. There's like multiple reasons as to why, but the number one is I don't like kids to begin with. You know, I don't fuck with kids in the first place.
reason.
Yeah, I don't fuck with kids in the first place. I want to fight every child I meet, not make love to them. It's like, we're on different sides of that spectrum, buddy.
That's insane.
Do I fight a pedophile? Yeah, but I also fight a kid.
That's a hell of a range.
I pretty much fight anybody.
I was about to ask a really dark question. I don't want to ask.
Go ahead. This is the right place for
All
it.
right. I was gonna say, would you make like a better soldier? Because if you had to go against child soldiers, it'd be like pop. Okay, next one. You know, just.
Oh, I don't know.
They don't call them "will fight your kids" for nothing. Also known as "will f your kids." The Catholic demographic is now interested. Like, this is the type of Sunday content we wanted.
When we were coming up with like the pages like for like social media, we couldn't call Twitter. It wouldn't let me put Sundays with the boys. It was too long, so I had to make it Sundays with boys. So like the Catholic demographic is into the chat. Like,
Okay. Wow.
yeah, I can make those jokes because I'm a Catholic.
Yeah.
But you know the dark part of that joke, like, you know those jokes that you make that is like, I can make that joke because, and like whatever you say out of left field is like, I can make those jokes because I was molested. Like,
Dark. Really went there.
darkness, and we're gonna wrap it up on that note.
Tune in next week to hear about the story.
Alright, tune in next week to find out about that story.
Nah, that's not. Yeah, but so it's been a great time, guys. Thank you so much for being on the podcast. You,
Ashley,
not you shut the fuck up.
You weren't even here.
You didn't even laugh about it.
No hint of anything.
Nah, I'm playing. I'm glad that you guys both came. I'm really glad I got to see you today, bro.
Yeah, me too.
Definitely.
They're wearing matching shirts, so that's how you knew they cared.
Honestly, I have a shirt that matches
He's
that color a little bit better.
colorblind.
They're both light blue.
Yes.
How y'all look alike?
Oh, y'all look alike.
So I guess for Sundays with the Boys, I'm Lucas.
I'm Teddy.
And this is Chauncey. Tune in next week, as well as if you ever do want to, be a part of the podcast, if you're in the Tampa Bay area, send us an email out to Sundays Never Felt Better, right?
At gmail.com.
At gmail.com. I'm just making sure I got the name right. I'm like, damn, am I fucking up?
You can find us on everything. Like, we're on...
You name it, we own it.
You name it, we own it. Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. It doesn't even have to be an email thing. Like, if you know us personally and you want to be on the podcast,
Just
I'm
send us a
also
text.
on Christian Mingle, if anybody wants to find me.
He is not on Christian Mingle, please.
I am...
If
I'm
you
on
remember
Farmer's
from the
Meat.
last podcast or the podcast that was just released,
I'm on seeking.com,
he is a
and I am
liar.
looking for a sugar mama, so...
Right, I know you guys haven't listened to the podcast that we just released, but yes, Teddy is a liar.
I'm not a liar.
so
He impeached us.
am looking
That's what
for a
he
sugar mama.
impeached the truth.
So I'm
This
gonna
is
go ahead
truth.
and give you guys a little bit of insight for next week. We're gonna have one of my really good friends. He's into herpetology, which is the study of STDs.
It means he likes herpes.
Yes.
Why do I feel like that's not what that is it?
Herpetology is the study of snakes.
Okay.
So yes, he's got a
Not the study of
herpetologist. Yeah, it's not the study of herpes.
Which I think that
That would be a virologist, wouldn't it? Because it's like a virus.
Yeah.
No, it's not like a virus.
Path-
Herpes
Pathologist?
simplex virus. Yeah. Herpes simplex. Yeah.
I don't know.
a virus.
Yeah.
that's a
Say this
different thing.
virus,
That's a
yes.
different type of virus.
What?
I don't know.
Herpes simplex is different than regular.
Oh.
But alright,
One was a cold sore. Other one's yeah.
we love y'all.
I don't know about love.
I don't love myself.
I love you.
We
Ew.
all love you, Teddy.
Ew.
We love you too, Chauncey.
Ew.
Again, happy birthday, Moolah.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Alright, guys. Tune in out. Peace.
Got some hazelnut to lick off somebody's butt.